The etheric body, often referred to as the vital body or energy template, can be conceived as an exact energetic counterpart of the physical form. It is the layer closest to the physical body, acting as a critical bridge between the concrete physical world and the higher, subtler layers, namely the astral, mental, and spiritual. The etheric body's primary function is to receive and distribute the cosmic life force, known globally as prana, chi, or chi, transmitting this energy into the physical form. This energy is what sustains the body's vitality, health, and resilience. Consequently, the etheric body governs the physical system's ability to self-heal. Illness, the key understanding goes, begins here as an energy blockage or imbalance before it concretizes in the physical body. The systems of chakras and meridians are integral components of this layer. Furthermore, it serves as an energetic blueprint, a kind of subtle scaffold that directs the growth and form of the physical body. Thanks to its bridging function, it also facilitates the transmission of emotional and mental energies into the physical realm. The physical body, or the body of matter, is the densest and most tangible layer we all experience, composed of the elemental substances. It is the vehicle through which the soul and consciousness interact, experience, and take action on the earthly plane, allowing us to perceive the world via the five senses. The physical body offers the most restricted, yet most intensive arena for learning the lessons of earthly life. Concepts such as pain, pleasure, and boundary are experienced through it. Compared to the other layers, it is temporary and highly dense, and in esoteric teachings, it is often viewed as the fruition of past karma. All these layers possess distinct qualities of vibration and energy flow. The spiritual or causal body acts as the root source with the highest, most subtle vibration, flowing downwards as creation, purpose, and virtue. The mental and astral bodies are the intermediate layers, flowing downwards as planning, emotion, and desire. The etheric body is the bridge to the physical, flowing downwards as vitality and the energy template. The physical body is the densest layer, and it flows upwards as experience and feedback. The pivotal theory is this: illness rarely begins in the physical body. It generally starts as an imbalance, weakness, or misalignment in the most subtle layer, densifying layer by layer as it descends towards the physical form. Illness is the materialization of disharmony in any of the body's layers onto the physical plane. Illness is linked to a deviation from your core life purpose or incomplete karmic lessons. The practical manifestation is a feeling of meaninglessness or disconnection from life. The healing remedy is to start serving your purpose and to integrate higher virtues into your life. Illness creates continuous negative thought forms, such as patterns of anxiety or guilt. De practical manifestation is chronic stress, overanalysis, and obsessions. The healing remedy is cognitive restructuring and focusing the mind on a logical area of interest. Illness is a result of suppressed and unexpressed emotional burdens, especially unresolved anger, fear, and grief. The practical manifestation is emotional outbursts or chronic depression, which can lead to heart and digestive issues on the physical plane. The healing remedy involves emotional release techniques, therapy, and the practice of forgiveness. This is the first place where the energetic signature of the disease appears, often presenting as a blockage or an overactive chakra due to astral pressure. The practical manifestation is chronic fatigue, a weakened aura, and non-rotating chakras. The healing remedy is acupuncture, reiki, pranayama, and yoga postures, asanas. This is the final, densest stage where the symptoms of illness are observed. Symptoms such as fever, pain, tumors, and inflammation are the body's call for help. The healing remedy is diet, exercise, medicine, and rest. Meditation is the practice of consciously separating the awareness from the densest layers and directing it upwards towards the subtlest sheaths. The initial stage involves bringing the body into a stable and comfortable position. Restlessness and aches are observed, and the result is the stillness of the body, allowing mental energy to be freed. Once the physical body is calm, attention shifts to the breath, or prana. Pranayama, breath control, is the key tool. The experience is feeling energy flow, tingling, and sensations of heat or cold in the body. The result is increased vitality and the dissolution of bodily blockages. Once the breath stabilizes, one enters the art of observing emotional reactions without judgment. Sometimes, intense emotional discharges from the past are experienced. The result is emotional quiescence and the ability to use emotional energy for higher purposes. The aim is to still the constant stream of thoughts, often referred to as the monkey mind. Concentration, dharana, is essential. Thoughts initially accelerate, then slow down, and a deeper layer of intuition is accessed. The result is mental clarity and inner stillness, nirodha. Finally, at the level of the Anandamaya kosha, the bliss sheath, meditation is the effort to transcend the body and mind, merging the consciousness with pure existence. The highest stage is samadhi. The experience is an indescribable feeling of deep peace, happiness, and oneness with everything. The ultimate result is experiencing the union between the true self and the universal spirit. In this comprehensive system, each layer influences the next. To experience true well-being requires maintaining the harmony of all 5 sheaths, not just the physical body. Metaphysics, you see, is not merely a branch of philosophy. It is the very inquiry into existence itself. It is the pursuit of understanding the larger picture, the one beyond the physical world that is visible to the eye. For some individuals, this may seem like an abstract exercise in thought, but I believe this is about discovering the foundations of life. The whole endeavor begins with the simple question: what is reality? Is this solid world that we perceive around us only a mere reflection of our consciousness? It is possible that we are all tiny particulates within a vast, singular consciousness. Indeed, quantum physics informs us that the observer actually alters the very thing being observed. This state of affairs leads us directly to the issue of consciousness. Is consciousness merely a chemical byproduct of the brain, or is it an inherent feature of the universe itself? If it is simply a chemical reaction, why do we suffer, and why do we love? These emotional depths must surely point towards something more than just matter. The materialist worldview, however, attempts to reduce everything to that which is measurable and tangible. But where, I ask you, does the soul fit into that equation? Is the soul an energy field that is truly independent of the body? The belief in life after death begins precisely with the acceptance of this spiritual dimension. To be perfectly honest about this, metaphysical experiences are personal, and they are difficult to convey. It is rather like describing one's dreams to a person who has never experienced them. They will not understand. They will only listen and perhaps offer a smile. But the ultimate aim of metaphysics is not to establish a system of belief. It is about awakening. It is the discovery of one's true self and one's potential. Is the maxim of Eunice M. Ray, knowledge is to know knowledge, knowledge is to know the self, not the entire summary of this journey? To know the self is to know the universe. This is because the laws of the universe are ensconced within us. The mandatory nature of existence is concerned with this very awareness. Rumi, for his part, proposes attaining the same consciousness through love and tolerance. According to his teachings, we must locate the divine light within ourselves. This is what permits us to live in harmony with ourselves and with our surroundings. So, why must we concentrate upon these subjects today? The digital age is rapidly steering us towards the external world. We are wasting our entire day on trivial matters. Yet, we are obliged to take life seriously. Is it an achievement to constantly chase validation on social media platforms? No, of course it is not. It is simply a distraction. Metaphysical knowledge rescues us from this distraction. It demonstrates to us what is genuinely important. Given the urgency and importance of the matter, metaphysics is valuable. The dollar and the euro of today will be forgotten tomorrow. Possessions and property are all lies. The only thing we are able to take with us after death is our level of knowledge. That is precisely why we must plan our egress very carefully before we enter this deep well. This deep reflection makes us more ethical and responsible individuals. This is because every action we take has an echo in the universe. The law of karma is always in effect. We cannot accuse any individual without proof. This is contrary to one's conscience. Being honest and never telling a lie is not merely a moral duty, it is a universal necessity. It is this very awareness that protects us from toxic relationships and from the wrong sort of people. We must let go of our incorrect perceptions and prejudices. Not only our genes, but also the setting is important. If the environmental conditions change, everything changes. This, I reckon, gives us tremendous hope. Therefore, our destiny is not 100% geography. We are obliged to make an effort, struggle, and demonstrate patience. That is what is required. Life, even though it appears like a computer game software, may be a simulation with definite rules and a purpose. And we are striving to understand the depths of this simulation. Remember this. Only those who search will find the truth. You must find the courage to pursue that truth. At least, I believe in that.
I believe in the power of the word and the sentence.
I believe that we all have a spiritual guide. And, most importantly, I believe that awakening is mandatory. This is no time to be asleep. The act of self-recognition, which we addressed in our earlier discussion, actually necessitates transcending the biochemical confines of our physical form. To accept individual consciousness as solely the product of a single incarnation is to disregard the entirety of existence. In reality, human existence is a layered system coexisting at various vibrational frequencies. This is what we term the subtle bodies model. Each body operates at a morphologically distinct frequency and is responsible for filtering the energy of the next subtle layer down into the physical dimension. The physical body, which is the most dense and lowest vibrational layer, is defined by its atomic and molecular structures, and it is the ultimate expression of our genetic programming and environmental conditions. It is the fundamental vehicle of incarnation. Immediately beyond the physical body resides the etheric body. This layer governs the life force, which is the energy known as prana or chi. It functions as the energetic counterpart to our physical health and vitality. Illnesses typically commence here as an energetic disruption or blockage. Their biochemical manifestation occurs only later. This is the energy matrix of the physical body. Possessing a higher vibrational frequency than the etheric body, the astral body is composed of our subconscious archetypes, our desires, fears, and intense emotional responses. The freedom we experience during dreams results from this Bodhi's ability to temporarily separate from the physical form, a phenomenon known as astral travel. All human emotional affectations are processed upon this spectrum. Located above the astral body is the mental body. This layer is the domain where thought forms and our systems of belief are constituted. It is divided into two subsections: the lower mental, which is rational, linear logic, and the higher mental, which represents abstract thought and intuitive apprehension. On the journey of self-recognition, we must learn to observe, with impartiality, the thought forms with which we tend to identify. Our belief systems formulate the epistemological structure of this body. At the apex of all these layers resides the spiritual body, sometimes denominated the causal body, vibrating at the highest frequency. This is the repository containing the individual entity's evolutionary history and the record of all past incarnations, which is to say, the record of karma. This is the dwelling place of the true essence or the higher self. This body contains the ontological blueprint for our current life purpose and ultimately collects the experiences of all other bodies here. The act of self-recognition is the process of gradually shifting the focus of our consciousness away from the densest physical body towards the most subtle spiritual body, that is to say, towards the source consciousness. Please make sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss an upload. And if you'd like to go the extra mile in supporting the channel, the join button is now live.